6, 8, and 3. Website says 2. Okay.
It is a cloudy, overcast day here at the Joseph P. and Mildred Murray Stadium Field on the Catonsville campus of the Community College of Baltimore County, as we are live for the season finale, the regular season finale, that is, of CCBC Catonsville Cardinals men's soccer, as the Cardinals look to close out their season strong as they face the WVU Potomac State Catamounts. Hello, folks. This is once again the big man on the mic, Isaac Donsky, here alongside my partner Anthony Vaca, ready to bring you all the action today. I hope I got your last name right there. I did. Thank you, sir. And yes, it is Sophomore Day. Happy Sophomore Day, everybody. It's the final game of the regular season, and that means it's time to honor our sophomores, and we will be doing that throughout today's broadcast, talking about each of our sophomore players, but we're also going to be talking about what a great matchup we've got up here today. A great season for the Cardinals comes to an end today as they get set to face WVU Potomac State, closing out a 3-game homestand. And the Cardinals are coming off a strong performance with their 2-1 victory in their last game against Prince George's Community College. My mind had a little brain fart there and completely forgot who we played last game, but there, we fixed it. Cardinals come into this game with a 6-8-2 record and have clinched the 6th seed in the Region 20 Division II playoffs, which means that this Saturday they will face Frederick Community College in the first round. How about that for a turnaround for the Cardinals, Anthony? Going from a 2-win team last year that missed the playoffs completely to a 6-win team this year that actually makes the playoffs. How about that?
Yeah, Isaac, absolutely. We've seen a lot of improvement on this Cardinals team, and I think last game definitely reflected that. We saw a lot of great things from the Cardinals on all levels of the field, especially on the offensive end where they've struggled a little bit, but we've gotten to see Bradley Ramirez and Mike Miranda, Mikkel Hogan all step up, and they're playing some great soccer right now.
Couldn't have said it better myself, and we'll talk about the sophomores you just mentioned there in a little bit, but let's quickly talk about the opponent for today's contest, the WVU Potomac State Catamounts. With a record of 3 wins, 3 losses, and 3 ties, perfect threes across the board, the Catamounts come into this game hoping to close out what's been a rebuilding year for their program. They've looked strong in some of their games, but I would say they're about the same level we would see with Catonsville when you compare common opponents. So this should be a good test for Catonsville before the playoffs begin. And just a reminder, Catonsville has only really struggled in about 2 of their games this year. Almost all of their games have been quite close. Head coach Kingsley Onwuka said before this game, technically speaking, we should probably have had a few more wins, but he's happy that the team has made the playoffs. He's very impressed with the improvement of the team as a whole, and he believes that with how close they've kept their games, that's why he mentions they probably should have won a few more. With how close the games have been this season, it is very clear that this team is going to be a threat in the playoffs. They are going to fight hard, and we could see this team go potentially on a run. But first, they got to get past Potomac State. So let's meet the starters and coaches for both teams, and we'll begin with the visitors, the Potomac State Catamounts. Starting at midfield will be sophomore number 1, Jacob Scooby, transfer student from Allegheny College of Maryland. Starting at midfield will be a sophomore from Frostburg, Maryland, number 8, Will Lapid. Starting at midfield, a sophomore from Danlí El Paraiso in Honduras, number 10, Edwin Gonzalez. Starting at forward, a sophomore from Philippi, West Virginia, number 12, Grant Dadisman. Starting on defense, a sophomore from Bridgeport, West Virginia, number 13, A.J. Dinaldo. Starting on defense, a freshman from Isleworth in the United Kingdom, number 16, Connor Duna. Starting at forward, a freshman from Tavares Garden, Jamaica, number 18, Tyrese Francis. Starting at forward, a freshman number 22, Jason Gordon. Starting on defense, a sophomore from Zagreb, Croatia, number 23, Jan Haller. Started midfield, a freshman, number 24, Salvador Evangelho. And starting in goal, a freshman from Bridgeport, West Virginia, number 30, Levi Creighton. The Catamounts are led by head coach Daniel Hott, assistant coach Jim Hott, Tyler Dixon, Tyler Sisler, and manager Cameron Dawson. Now, here's the starting lineup for the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals for the final time this season. Starting in goal will be a freshman from Hanover, Maryland, number 00, Franklin Duarte. Starting at forward, making his first career start, will be a sophomore from Elk Ridge, Maryland, number 1, Jason Blanco. Starting on defense will be a sophomore from Oyo State, Nigeria, number 6, Taiwo Caleb Akano. Starting in midfield will be a freshman from Stafford, Virginia, number 8, Gio Guerrero. Starting at midfield will be a sophomore from Conakry, Guinea, number 10, Sharif Haidera. Starting on defense will be a sophomore from White Marsh, Maryland, number 11, Brennan Eibner. Starting at midfield, a sophomore from Serekunda in the Gambia, number 12, Abdul Lom. Starting on defense will be a freshman from Baltimore, Maryland, number 14, Miguel Santiago Reyes Figueroa. Starting at forward will be a sophomore from San Salvador and El Salvador, number 22, Mike Miranda. Starting on defense will be a freshman from Whitehall, Maryland, number 23, Colton Taylor. And making his first career start for the Cardinals tonight, starting at forward, a freshman from Randallstown, Maryland, number 25, Angie Omotoso. The Cardinals, as always, are led by head coach Kingsley Onwuka and assistant coaches Karma Belay and Brian Gruder. So it's the Cardinals and the Catamounts, the final game of the regular season, Sophomore Day, and it's all coming up next on the Cardinals Network. We'll be back after a brief break with the start of today's game and our Sophomore Day event. Gentlemen, just a reminder that at halftime of today's game, you can win your very own CCBC Catonsville Cardinals soccer jersey by participating in Cardinals trivia. Just answer the trivia question that we have put on our Instagram story and be the first to bring the correct answer up to the press box, and you could win your very own CCBC Catonsville Cardinals men's soccer jersey. That's Cardinals trivia. It's coming up at halftime. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we will be participating in our Sophomore Day activities as we honor our sophomores. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please turn your attention to center field. It's time to honor our 8 sophomore players who will be playing their final game here today at the Joseph P. and Mildred Murray Stadium field. We'd like to welcome all 8 of our sophomores out to midfield at this time. To begin introducing our sophomore players, let's give it up for midfielder number 6, Taiwo Caleb Akano. Hailing from Oyo State, Nigeria, this computer science major plans to focus on completing his bachelor's degree in computer science. Into the future, he's looking to transfer to UMBC to further his education and career advancement, and one day plans to play in the Premier League and represent his home country of Nigeria in the FIFA World Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, please give it up for Taiwo Caleb Akano. Next up, let's give a warm welcome to sophomore midfielder number 1, Jason Blanco. Hailing from Wheaton, Maryland, this forward is majoring in automotive technology. He strives to go professional and represent La Selectra, the El Salvador national team. He intends to transfer to a 4-year institution to pursue higher education and continue playing competitively, and he aspires to become a world-class technician in the automotive industry. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, please give it up for Jason Blanco. Next, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to defender number 5, Paul Catafalmo. Hailing from Rosedale, Maryland, this psych major is striving to achieve the dean's list for the remaining semesters in college. He's pursuing a professional soccer career with a long-term goal of becoming a coach and trainer, and he plans to transfer to a university post-CCBC, continue playing college soccer, and obtain a master's degree in psychology. He also plans to become a sports psychologist or a mental health counselor. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Paul Catafalmo. Next, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to goalkeeper number 30, Nakim Chima. Hailing from Baltimore, Maryland, this goalie currently is a major in general studies. He plans to earn his associate's degree with honors and hopes to one day make it pro. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, please give it up for Nakim Chima. Next, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for defender number 11, Brennan Eibner. Hailing from White Marsh, Maryland, and a current general studies major, Eibner was quoted by Kingsley Onwuka, our head coach, as a player who recently joined our program in the spring and plays a crucial part in our defense and has taken on a leadership role within the team. He demonstrates exceptional academic performance and embodies the essence of a dedicated student athlete, and we are excited to see what the future holds for him. Please give it up once again for Brennan Eibner. Next, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for midfielder number 10, Sharif Haidara. Hailing from Conakry, Guinea, this computer science major plans to secure a master's degree. He plans to transfer to a 4-year institution and continue to play competitively, and wants to get a job as a software engineer for Tesla or Microsoft in the future. Please once again give it up for Sharif Haidara. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for midfielder number 12, Abdul Loam. Hailing from Serekunda in the Gambia, this digital forensics major plans to obtain an associate's degree, transfer to a 4-year institution, and secure a master's degree. He wants to continue playing competitively to maintain his skills, and his career goal is to become a cyber forensics investigator. Please give it up once again for Abdul Loam. not least, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for our striker, number 21, Mike Miranda. Hailing from San Salvador and El Salvador, this cybersecurity major plans to get his master's degree and transfer to a four-year institution. He plans to get a good job in cybersecurity after he graduates from college. Give it up once again for Mike Miranda. And please, put your hands together for all 8 of our sophomore athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank them for their time here at CCBC Catonsville and wish them the best of luck in their future endeavors. So we're all set to get underway here for the final game of the 2023 regular season. Cardinals will be in their home whites as usual, red numbers, black trim. Potomac State will be in their away blues with yellow numbers and white trim.
Thank you very much for joining us. We invite you now to relax and enjoy this afternoon's game, and we wish best of luck to both schools.
Before we begin today's contest, ladies and gentlemen, we'd just like to say a big thank you to everyone who's tuned in to watch these games this year, and a big thank you to all of our supporters. It has been a wonderful year once again, broadcasting Catonsville soccer. And this is going to be the last one of the year for us. So, one last chance for the Cardinals to test out their skills before Saturday's playoff matchup against Frederick, going up against a West Virginia University Potomac State College team that's won the toss and will begin with possession.
They'll be moving right to left for those of you in the stands. Catonsville in the
I do apologize if my voice is a little bit scratchy today, folks. I'm dealing with I'm going to assume it's a cold or something in my throat, so I do apologize if my voice is a little bit subdued today than it usually is. Once again, Potomac State has won the toss. They will begin. And we are underway. Cardinals already attacking off the bat, and that is Gio Guerrero making the steal there. Out of bounds possession will stick with the Cardinals here as they win out in that opening battle. Brendan Eibner will toss it in back to Colton Taylor. Here's the Cardinals' big red wall defense. Last time we get to see them this season. They have been excellent this year, a big part of why Catonsville has improved from 2 wins to 6 wins and now is getting set for a playoff match. 2 players in particular you want to watch out for, folks. Number 25, Angie Omatoso, and number 1, Jason Blanco, both making their first starts at home of the season. Blanco getting the start in his final day here as there's a shot on goal that will be picked up by Franklin Duarte. I was saying that Jason Blanco making his first career start here on his last day as a Cardinal at home. He's one of the several sophomore players we'll be honoring during today's game. Already Catonsville's defense comes up with a big stop there. Duarte will send it skyward. Aiming before Blanco gets past him, but Miranda is there to cover it up, and it's stolen away by Potomac State. Miranda able to keep it under his control, gets it back to Abdul Lom. Lom passes back to Caleb Akano. Akano will send it back to Colton Taylor. The Cardinals retreating now. Figueroa sends that one up for Eibner. Eibner trying to find Omatoso. Back to Eibner. Now Eibner sends that one up in the vicinity of Miranda. Broken up for a second. Omatoso able to keep it alive. One of the tallest players on the team. Potomac State trying to find an opening. They will send it down the sidelines, able to keep it in bounds. Eibner trying to break up that play, and it's eventually broken up by the captain, Caleb Akano. Although Potomac State still has possession here, they're going to say that it did roll out of bounds. Possession back to the Cardinals. Eibner will toss in. Get it up to Figueroa on the far side. Figueroa trying to find Blanco. Potomac State will intercept that one. Hit it up. Hydera trying to keep it alive. So is Guerrero. Now here's Potomac State. Miranda coming in there, trying to break up that play. Fighting for it with number 8, Will Lapid. And it slips past a defender. Now Potomac State with a chance. Crosser broken up by Caleb Acano, doing what he does best. And they'll send it up to Mike Miranda. Miranda looking for an opening, and he'll lose it. It's taken away by number 24, Salvador Evangelo. Now here's a shot just wide of the net there. That was number 12, Grant Dadisman, who got that shot off. And Franklin Duarte will set up for the goal kick here. So a frantic opening 5 minutes. Both teams taking a look at each other's defenses, trying to find any weaknesses, and now Catonsville back on the attack. Mike Miranda tiptoeing on the sidelines, breaking free, might have a chance here. He gets hit from behind, no foul called. The Cardinals wanted one. Now Eibner trying to get it away from the Catamounts. Here's Dadisman, loses, forgets where the ball was for a second. He's going to place it down for number 16, Connor Duna. Yeah, here's a chance. Deep shot deflected. I think that bounced off the back of Gio Guerrero's head. That's one way to deflect a shot. So another good defensive stand there by the Cardinals. They've had a handful of very good ones so far in the early opening minutes of this first half. Scobie knocks it skyward. Guerrero will send it back to Duarte. Going to be careful here, and he'll send it up for Brennan Eibner. Very talented sophomore player, has had some excellent plays this year. Eibner has that taken away. Potomac State trying to set something up. Figueroa heads it away. Good play there by Figueroa. Another chance. Knocked skyward by Acano. The fight remains on. Abdul Loam trying to now fight away. And he manages to break it up. Out of bounds. Possession to the Cardinals. That one gets headed out of bounds. Duarte trying to get it to Blanco. Potomac State now once again pressing hard. Here's Dadisman. Omatoso right in his face. He's going to pass it back. Get it up to Scobie. Deep shot off target. That was, I believe, number 18, Tyrese Francis, who took that shot. So Potomac State very aggressive early on. You would agree?
Yeah, absolutely, Isaac. Some aggressive play here from Potomac State to start. This match is exactly what we expected it to be, though. Very evenly matched. Very well played by both teams so far.
Potomac State definitely has had more shots here in the opening 5 minutes. Let's see if Catonsville can get their offense to move the ball. Get the ball up. Get it to Eibner. Eibner trying to get it up for Miranda. It's broken back again, and Potomac State again able to protect that midfield very well. Catonsville's had very few trips over into Potomac State territory. It is early, though. It is early, and their defense is holding strong. Catamounts taking their time. Here's a deep pass down towards number 13. That's A.J. Donaldo. And Donaldo will pass on up to number 8, Will Lapid. Lapid looking for an option. He's got Guerrero all up in his business. He's going to try and cut around Guerrero, send up a crosser. Nice block there by Colton Taylor. And Caleb Acano will send it skyward, where it's picked up by Francis. Francis hands it off to number 10. That's Edwin Gonzalez. Gonzalez backs up to Lapid. Lapid trying to get a pass off here. There's a header. It'll go out of bounds, and it's a goal kick for the Cardinals. Another great defensive stand for CCBC Catonsville. Goal kick headed in the direction for Eibner. I think he missed it, went out of bounds. Donaldo will toss in and throws it back to 23, Jan Haller. Nice block attempted there by Mike Miranda. Scobie trying to get a pass down to his man. Kept alive there. Up into the air. Dangerous territory here. It's kept alive. Here's a shot wide. Lapid with a shot attempt there. It skated past several Cardinal players' shoes. Out of bounds. Another great defensive stand for the Cardinals. Cano. Looking for an opening. Trying to get some momentum going. Gets it to Miranda. Miranda sitting it down for Omatoso. Gets tangled up with his man. And is taken away now by Gonzalez. Gonzalez and Miranda fighting for it. Now Gonzalez will send it over to Williams. Excuse me, to Francis. Francis will send it down. And Omatoso intercepts. Passes up to Akano. Akano finds Hydera. Hydera looking for an opening. He's going to pass back instead to Taylor. Taylor will send it to Eibner. Eibner gets it up to Hydera. Hydera over to Guerrero. Now Guerrero sends it up for Abdul Loam. Loam open. Nice little play there. Keeping it alive. Look at Abdul Loam go. Nice play there. Keeping it alive. Loam looking for options. Out of bounds, and that's going to be the first corner kick of the day. It's going to go for Catonsville.
Corner kick, Catonsville.
A spark of momentum provided there by Abdul Loam with an excellent drive to get down into Potomac State territory, and they're going to take the corner kick short here for Abdul Loam. Loam will put up a cross. Hydera, his shot is blocked. Akano is in the backfield. He's going to try keep it alive. He'll send it up, trying to get it to Blanco, and keeper Levi Creighton comes up to break it up. Now Potomac State trying to find a way to respond here after Catonsville got into their territory for the first time today. Catamounts trying to force it downfield. Lapid sending it up. I think he's trying to get to Donaldo. Excuse me, that's number 24, Salvador Evangelo. Evangelo can't get around the defense just yet. Now he's going to try to get it to Scobie. It's going to roll out of bounds. Oh, Scobie just shoved Figueroa out of bounds. That should have been a foul. That was blatant. I don't think the ref didn't see it. Figueroa is lucky that there was a lacrosse nets back there that he got caught up in. Goal kick for the Cardinals. They'll send it out to Figueroa. And I think that was a no-look pass attempt there by Figueroa. That was nice if it was. Picked up, cross attempt. Figueroa breaks it up and knocks it out of there. Good play there by Miguel Figueroa. Now Omatoso trying to fight for the ball, and it'll be headed out of bounds. Possession will go to the Cardinals. Subs are going to come in now for the Cardinals, and it looks like we've got, let's see, Giovanni Alonso, number 9, is going to enter the game. Bradley Ramirez, number 7, is going to enter the game. And Michael Hogan, number 24, is going to enter the game. So the Cardinals are going to send in their usual starters that they usually have out there. And by that I mean that Hogan, Ramirez, and Alonso have started most of the games this season.
For Catonsville, number 7, Bradley Ramirez. Number 9, Giovanni Alonso. Number 24.
See if they can give a little
Hogan.
Blast of offense here for the Cardinals. Potomac State pressing hard. Duarte has to get that out of there, and he sends it up for Bradley Ramirez. No, Bradley Ramirez is wearing a face shield. He got hit in the nose pretty hard last game, and it looks like that is the outcome of that. A face shield for Bradley Ramirez. You know, there have been plenty of athletes who have had legendary performances wearing face shields. Just bringing that up. Akano trying to break through there. Can't get around Scobie. Picked up once again by Potomac State. Catamounts looking for an opening. Got about 34 minutes to go as Akano knocks that one out of bounds. They're going to say it was off of Lapid, so it'll be possession to the Cardinals. Eibner will toss it in, trying to get it to Miranda. Teetering on the sideline, picked up instead by the Catamounts. Catamounts driving upfield, trying to find an opening. Miranda got a cleat on that one. Catamounts still keeping it in their possession, but playing more conservatively here. Inching their way down into Catonsville territory, trying to find an open man. There's a chance Duarte will break it up. They had an opening there with number 23, Jan Heller, coming up. Excuse me. With Jason Gordon, number 22, coming up. As now, down goes Miranda. And that's going to be a foul against Potomac State. You could hear one of the players down on the field pleading their case with the referee. I got about 30 and a half minutes to go here. Miranda back on his feet. Still talking things over with the referee. As the Cardinals will get a free kick just past midfield, and it'll be Figueroa doing the honors. Figueroa will send it deep, trying to get it to Miranda. Bounced up with a header and a chance, maybe. Ramirez, no! That was Alonso, excuse me. That was Alonso who had a chance there, slipped past him, and the goalie's able to cover it up. But a good chance there for the Cardinals. Beautifully placed ball, too, by Figueroa.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to see Catonsville's offense finally get involved here in this match. So far, it's been all Potomac State so far. Catonsville's got to do some high pressing here like they are now.
And you can kind of feel it starting. The momentum feels like it's starting to slowly shift in the other direction as the Cardinals' offense becomes more involved in the match. Lapid sends it up to Scobie. Scobie looking for an opening. Miranda coming in behind. What a play there by Mike Miranda to break up that play, stealing it away from Josh Scobie. He'll send it back to Gio Guerrero, who will get it to Figueroa. Got to be careful here. Figueroa sends it up for Guerrero. As there's a foul called now. The referee is now talking things over there with Salvador Evangelo. I believe that's who the foul was called on. Duarte will take the free kick. Sends it deep. Nice header by both Miranda and Alonso to keep it alive. And now here's Ramirez. Passing down to Hogan. What did we talk about face shields earlier? Hogan now trying to fight, get around his man. Oh, he trips. Tough break there for Michael Hogan. Potomac State now back on the attack. They get it up to Gonzalez. Gonzalez gets it to Francis. Francis trying to get it into Dadisman. Dadisman dancing around defenders. It takes a shot too high, goes through the uprights for a field goal. And for the last time this year, I get to make this joke, but that's not the kind of football we're playing. I know it's a corny joke. I know. Boo. I feel like I have to do that joke at least once every game, just to get it out of the way. About just under 28 minutes to go here. The score still 0-0 between these two teams. Catonsville, if you're just tuning in, Catonsville playing in their final game of the season. They've already locked up the 6th seed for the Region 20 tournament. Great turnaround for the Cardinals. Fantastic turnaround, going from a 2-14-1 record last year to now having 6 wins, triple their number from last season, and getting set to make a playoff appearance. There's a missed header attempt there by Gonzalez. Eibner will send that out of bounds. And it's going to be Catamount possession deep in Catonsville territory. Again, Catamounts with a 3-3-3 record, looking to close out what's been a tough rebuilding season for this team. Here's Scobie. Sending it over to Lapid. They're trying to set up a cross here. Lapid Puts up said cross. Ramirez is there to break it up. Great play there by Bradley Ramirez, keeping it alive. Now Francis. Going to give the Catamounts another chance. Not if Miguel Figueroa has anything to say about it. What a save. And Mike Miranda now tied up. Both teams looked like they wanted a foul there. It might have been a foul there too, as Alonso got sandwiched. He wanted one. And now another chance as down goes Dadisman. Great break up there by Figueroa. And now the Cardinals coming back. This game is getting very feisty. Both of these teams are taking some shots at each other that we can see that haven't been called. Good pass there from Hogan to Miranda. Miranda looking for an opening. He will send it up. It's blocked. He's going to try and fight to get it back. It goes out of bounds. Who are they going to say? They're going to say it's going to be Catonsville possession. One of our ball runners rushing in there. We got members of our men's basketball team serving as ball runners today. That reminds me, folks, men's basketball, men's and women's basketball is coming up starting this weekend with the men's basketball alumni game. You can see that live at 7 p.m. on the Cardinals Network. We'll be there to broadcast the event, the first home basketball game of the season. Now Potomac State coming the other way, trying to send that pass deep for Dadisman, trying to see if he could do something, and that's going to be offsides. Yes, offsides called against Potomac State. Oh. I don't know if you caught that, folks. I don't think you did because I don't think the mic is that powerful. But the referee just turned to Grant Dadisman and told him to watch his mouth. As we mentioned already, these teams have been getting a little physical with each other, and I guess they're getting a little verbal with each other too. Good kick there, booming kick by Colton Taylor. Potomac State's going to take it the other way, and now a chance for Dadisman, one-on-one with Duarte. Dadisman takes the shot way off target, out of bounds it goes. Goal kick coming up for the Cardinals. I don't think Duarte even had to really lunge for that one. .26 minutes to go in this contest, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, excuse me, just 25 minutes to go. Our clock was behind a little bit there. We're not going to have any clock troubles like we did last time, folks. We'll let you know, though, because our big scoreboard clock here at the Cardinals Nest not working its best today. It's a little behind, so we're going to keep that updated. Here's Miranda. Trying to side his way through defenders. He goes down, and a foul called on Miranda. Haller passes down to Lapid. As we return to the action, they get it to Scobie. Scobie passing up to Francis. Francis sends it between a couple of defenders. Evangelo back to Francis. As down goes Dadisman, he got tied up there with Hydera. Kano backtracking, gets it to Eibner. Eibner, Taylor trying to get it back up to Akano. Hydera will be there to keep the play alive. Hydera up to Akano. Nice little jerk play there by Akano. It's a 22 Jason Gordon that he got there. Now Akano with another chance. Passing back to Taylor. Lapid now with possession, looking for an opening. Lapid passing in. Gonzalez. Hogan fighting hard. Wow, Michael Hogan. Great play there. He breaks that up, and he will now send it up towards Miranda. Miranda fighting, trying to get the ball. He's going to hold on to it. Now trying to pass out as he gets shoved to the ground there by Jan Haller, and that's going to be a foul. Referee discussing things over with some members of the Cardinals there. As Taylor will take the free kick, he'll dip it off to Eibner. Eibner. Oh, that bounced off of Hydera. It's going back the other way now. Sends it up for Dadisman, but he's got white jerseys all over the place as Colton Taylor fighting to keep control of it, and a great play there by Colton Taylor to keep it alive. Sends it up to Hydera. Hydera back to Taylor. Eibner. Hydera's got a race to keep it in bounds, goes out of bounds. Possession will go over to the Catamounts. Gonzalez fighting Eibner. They got tangled up there for a second. Ooh, down goes Hogan. And that's going to be a yellow card. A yellow card there on number 10, Edwin Gonzalez, as he tripped up Michael Hogan. And that'll give the Cardinals a free kick.
Potomac State, number 10, Edwin Gonzalez.
Taylor will send the free kick back to Duarte. We knew one of those was coming eventually. As we're back underway. About 20 minutes to go here in this first half. It's been an aggressive, physical first half for both teams. Potomac State has controlled the flow of play so far, but the Cardinals' offense, we've seen them start to get back into the contest a bit. Substitutes coming in now for the Cardinals. Abdul Loam, number 12, is re-entering the game for the Cardinals. He's going to replace Mike Miranda. Potomac State also made a change. We will get that number to you in just a second. I believe it was number 28, Ethan Aschenfelter. But I cannot be certain. No, it was number 14, Corbin McAllister. So Corbin McAllister enters for Potomac State. Abdul Loam enters for Catonsville. Catamounts looking for an opening here. Here's Lapid. Passes up to Scobie. Guerrero up in his face. He's going to pass back now to Evangelo. Evangelo trying to get into Scobie. Scobie gets tripped up. Foul called on Sharif Hydera. So free kick here for Potomac State. It's a good kick too, headed away by Loam. Hogan sends it up. Good defensive stand for the Cardinals. They're going to have to try again. Dadisman sends that one up and out of bounds. .5 minutes to go. It remains a 0-0 contest here as the Cardinals and the Catamounts battling in this final game of the regular season. Scobie with a shot. And Duarte able to comfortably cover that one up. That name Scobie sounds familiar, folks. He was with Allegheny College of Maryland last year before transferring to Potomac State. We kind of picked up on that in the pregame when I was talking to sophomore Paul Catafalmo, who's not playing today. He's still recovering from his concussion suffered against CCBC Essex. And Paul mentioned that name Scobie, he's really familiar. After us talking for a little bit, we realized it was the same Scobie from Allegheny College. Big hit there. Down goes a Potomac State player. That was Alonso on the collision. He's limping a little bit. The downed player, it looks, was Evangelo. He's back on his feet. Figueroa blocks that one, sends it out of bounds, and it will leave the arena as it bounces over the fence. As now, Alonso is down. They're going to stop the clock with about 18 minutes to go. We did see him limping there after that collision with Evangelo, and hopefully everything's okay. Waiting to see if we need to call on our wonderful athletic trainer, Miss Abby Miller, to come out. It looks like we're going to be okay as Alonso is back on his feet. Giovanni Alonso there, ladies and gentlemen. Tough player from Lansdowne, Maryland. He's been one of the has been a prolific scorer this season for the Cardinals with a That was a tough collision, though. You could hear it from across the field. Potomac State's going to take this little injury timeout as a chance to discuss things over. They're actually going to sub a player out. It looks like they're going to send in. Let's see who that is who just came off the bench. I can't tell exactly who it was. I think we'll get back to who it was later. Akano. Nice pass out to Ramirez. Now Ramirez said he did a deep pass down. He's trying to get it to Michael Hogan. Hogan can win this fight, and he is going to. For a split second, then it goes out of bounds. Got deflected off of Hogan's shin guards there. It'll be tossed in instead by number 13, A.J. Donaldo. Catamounts back with possession with about 17 and a half minutes to go. We had a clock issue there, folks. Sorry about that. We just had, I believe, our foul called there against Potomac State. That was Caleb Akano who went down. I think he got kicked in the chest for a second. We were trying to fix a clock issue on our end, folks. Apologies for that. Ramirez. Excuse me, that was Abdul Lom who went down. Thank you to Anthony pointing that out. We had a clock issue on our end, folks, I was trying to fix. I apologize for missing that moment. Will not happen again. Ball went out of bounds there, into Potomac territory. Got about 16 minutes to go here, as it will be tossed in and immediately roll out of bounds for a goal kick. They're going to say Miranda was the last to touch it. He's going to argue his case. Miranda has checked into the game now to replace Gio Alonso, who is sitting on the sidelines, making sure everything's okay on his end. Hogan trying to get up there. Broken up by Loam. Hogan sends it over to Guerrero. Guerrero fighting for it, trying to find an opening. Taken away by Potomac State. Now Potomac State coming the other way. Here's Scobie. Slide tackle. Sends it back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez looking for an opening. Ronaldo. Over to Lapid. Back to Donaldo. Potomac State still trying to find an opening here. They do have a player by himself all up on the far side as Scobie. They did have a player. Ramirez back to Guerrero. Guerrero fighting for it. And again, Potomac State now with an opportunity. Lapid couldn't get away from those white jerseys, and he accidentally passes it back to Hydera. Now Hydera will send it up, trying to get it to Mike Miranda. Dadisman finds number 14. That's McAllister. First we've seen of him today. He finds Evangelo. Evangelo trying to pass in. Too many white jerseys once again. That big red wall coming up clutch here. Akano trying to get a boot in there. There's a shot blocked by Colton Taylor. Great block there by Colton Taylor and knocked away by Brendan Eibner, but it gets past Mike Miranda. Under 14 minutes to go in this physical first half. Potomac State trying to push it upfield. Here's Evangelo. Puts up a cross, Lapid with a header, and an easy save for Franklin Duarte. All right, we got about 13 minutes left here. Anthony, what have you seen so far here from both teams? Very defensive first half, very physical first half too.
Yeah, exactly what you said there, Isaac. Very physical, starting to get a little chippy here as both teams battle. So far we've seen all Potomac State, though. Catonsville's going to have to press up a little bit more. Catamounts are doing whatever they want with the ball right now. It would be great to see the Catonsville offense get involved here.
There have been a few spurts where the offense has been able to get involved. As there's Hogan. Whoa, Hogan. Oh, if that had stayed in bounds, that would have been beautiful as Hogan leaped over a man. That was Holler he leaped over. Instead, it does go out of bounds. As I was saying, there have been spurts from Catonsville's offense here, but we haven't been able to see any consistent movement from them. Hopefully they can make adjustments at halftime as we approach that. We've got about 12 and a half minutes to go. Knowing the Cardinals, they have done a great job this season of making those adjustments as Cano brushes off his defender. And now coming back the other way, passes out to Ramirez. Ramirez, he's got that speed, he's got that aggressive kick. He's trying to get it down to Miranda. It's headed up. Can Akano keep it alive? He can. Caleb Akano coming up from the midfield. Ramirez, nice pass there to Abdul Loam. And I think they're going to say there was a handball there from Scobie. So going to take the free kick. It's going to be Gio Guerrero. He's scored from taking free kicks before. He's got a very powerful leg there. Let's see if he can try and net the Cardinals their first goal of the game here with about 11 and a half minutes to go. Potomac State forming up a defensive line for Guerrero. Gio will take the shot. And a tad too high there. Sails out of bounds. Back the other way we go. Both defenses playing great here through this first half. If you're a fan of defensive soccer, this is the game for you. Now, if you're a fan of lots of offense, probably not the game you'd like to watch, but defensive soccer, I think, is just as good. So we'll go with that. Aziz Moti, number 21, freshman out of Sherwood High School. Go Warriors. Checks into the game for the Cardinals now. Potomac State now trying to push it the other way. Hogan, using his speed, bounced that one off of Lapid's head. And I think he almost saved it from going out of bounds, but it did just tap out. As Donaldo will throw in for Jan Haller. 10 minutes to go now in this first half. 10 minutes left. See if anybody can net a goal here. Figueroa sends that one up to Akano. Akano looking for an opening. Passes up to Moti. Moti finds Hydera. Hydera passes down to Eibner. Eibner over to Taylor. Taylor over to Figueroa. Ramirez trying to get it back to Loam. Picked up by Akano. Akano over to Hydera. Hydera passes down to Eibner. Eibner now pushing. Eibner pushing hard. You can hear Franklin Duarte yelling, go, go, go. Here comes Eibner. He passes it, and he was trying to get it to Miranda. Slipped past him. Good push there, though, by the Cardinals. Their offense just got to find a scoring opportunity here. The midfield of Potomac State has done a wonderful job so far in keeping Catonsville out of their end. So the Cardinals are going to have to maximize their chances. Here's Dadisman trying to break away from those white jerseys. Puts up a shot. Oh, Duarte's got to be careful. Nice block and nice save there by Duarte. And he gets right back up, ready to stop another shot if there is one. Great play there by Franklin Duarte. Another shot sent his way. Bounces off the crossbar. The crossbar of the goalpost, I should say. Not the crossbar of the goal. The crossbar of the goalpost. Thank you to Richard Keller, our PA announcer, pointing that out. As another great defensive stop for the Cardinals. We've been talking all season about how great this Cardinals defense has been, why we call them the Big Red Wall. This game is an exact showing of why we do that. They have been excellent so far, flawless almost in this game, in a game where they've had plenty of chances to show because Potomac State has controlled the flow of play, and their offense has really been out there. They just can't get anything to come up, and it is mainly thanks to that solid Catonsville defense, which has been doing a phenomenal job. They're trying to get it to Eibner. Now the question is, can the offense capitalize on a chance? They haven't had a lot because that midfield, again, that Potomac State midfield is playing solid soccer right now. The offense has just got to capitalize on the few chances they can get. But first, they just got to get it past midfield. As there is two players getting tied up. Akano goes down. So does Gonzalez. Let's see what the call is. We've got, by the way, about 7.5 minutes to go. As a foul called against Gonzalez there. Figueroa will take the free kick. Sends it on its way. Trying to get it down to Miranda. Miranda keeping it alive. Still keeping it alive, and it's finally knocked out of there by number 16, Connor Duna. Now coming the other way is Loam. He goes down. Miranda still fighting for it. Gets deflected off of him. And a foul called against Catonsville. You heard that over the mic, folks. That was a big sneeze there. All right. Taking the free kick is going to be Duna. He'll send it down to Jan Haller. Haller. Haller passes out to Lapid. Lapid down to Donaldo. Donaldo back up to Lapid. Lapid gets it over to Ramirez. Ramirez finds Moti. Moti knocked down, no foul called. Skating around the referee. Hydera passes up to Eibner. Eibner pushing. Pushes up for Hogan. Hogan looking for an opening. Ball rolls out of bounds. Possession to the Cardinals. As now a wave of substitutes coming in for Catonsville. They're going to send number 2, King Remy, into the contest. And they're going to send number 26, Daniel Adjai, into the contest as well. So Adjai, King Remy come in. A couple of subs also made there by Potomac State. We'll get their numbers as soon as we can. Also, Giovanni Alonso comes into the contest as well. So Remy, Alonso, and Adjai enter the game for the Cardinals to see if they can give them a boost here on offense, as Brendan Eibner will toss in from deep in Potomac State territory. He's going to throw in, trying to get it to Moti. Moti puts that up. Headed up by Hydera, kept alive by Moti. Slipped past Adjai. Fighting for it is Akano. Down goes a Potomac State player. Foul called on Akano there. Free kick coming up. Free kick back on its way to number 13, Donaldo. Adjai, passing up to Moti. Moti over to Hydera. Here's Eibner. Eibner breaking through, getting it to Hydera. Eibner still fighting for it. That one broken up there by Figueroa. Kept alive by Moti briefly. It's going to go back the other way for Potomac State. There's number 4, Matthew Russo. First time we've seen him today. He was one of the players who just subbed in. As that got knocked out of bounds, possession will stick with Potomac State. This is probably the coldest game of the year, I'd say. As we've got about 4 minutes to go. Four minutes to go in this contest. Chance for Dadisman, broken up by Figueroa. Here's a cross, blocked again by Figueroa. How many times have we said Miguel Figueroa's name in this game? How many great plays has he come up with? That is going to force a corner, though, for Potomac State, but Miguel Figueroa has been everywhere for this Cardinals defense. He's been one of the breakout stars this season. Began the season on the bench, but soon fitted into the starting lineup, took in more of an expanded role after Paul Catafalmo went out. As the corner on its way, headed up, Duarte fighting for it. Oh my goodness, that could have been a disaster. Duarte able to turtle on it. I think Duarte and Eibner collided for a split second before Duarte could scoop the ball up. There was a split second there where number 2, Andres Garcia, had a wide open net, but Duarte, beautiful play there to cover it up and prevent disaster from striking there. And again, the defense coming up with a huge stop. On its way, trying to get it back to Daniel Adjai. Now Adjai, trying to find an opening, knocked back the other way and sails out of bounds. As I was saying earlier, this is probably the coldest game of the year that we have experienced, as the temperature in the low 50s, high 40s. Ball sailed out of bounds there. Possession back to Potomac State. Figueroa sends it up to Adjai. Adjai fighting for the ball. And now trying to get it to Alonso. Haller sends it the other way. Remy fighting for it. Get it down to Donaldo. Donaldo looking for an opening. Trying to get it to number 17. That's Brady Piles. Piles collides with Akano. No call on the play, and they're trying to get it down to Alonso. It sails out of bounds. Piles was heated as he got up after he and Akano collided. Minute and a half to go in the first half. Cardinals will have possession here. Eibner will throw in. Gets it into King Remy. Remy rolls it out of bounds there. Was under tough pressure there for Potomac State. As we've got about 1 minute to go, folks. 1 minute left here in the first half. Is anybody going to score here, or the defense is going to continue to pitch a shutout? Taylor sends it back to Duarte. Duarte up to Figueroa. Figueroa looking for an opening. Figueroa sending it down in the direction of Adjai. It's broken up by Potomac State. Ball rolls out of bounds. Possession to Catonsville. Adjai will toss in. Scratch that. Loam will toss in. Loam trying to get it to Alonso. Fights for it. Russo takes it away out of bounds. They're going to say it is Potomac State ball with 30 seconds to go. Final seconds ticking down. Can Potomac State get off one last shot before the half? Final 10 seconds. Defense is going to come up strong there. Cardinals knock it out of bounds. Once again, it was Figueroa. And that should do it for the first half. That'll wrap things up for the first half, folks. It's a scoreless tie as we head into the half. We're going to take a 15-minute break, and we'll be back. You're watching the Cardinals Network. the overlay all correct? And we welcome you back to a very chilly Joseph P. and Mildred Murray Stadium Field here on the Catonsville campus of the Community College of Baltimore County, where it is 0-0 at the half between CCBC Catonsville and WVU Potomac State College. This is Isaac Donsky, the big man on the mic, alongside Anthony Vaca. And Anthony, you got to say, it's been a defense-heavy first half. If you're not a fan of defensive soccer, this is not the game for you.
Definitely. Got to tip your cap to the Big Red Wall this game. Figueroa, Taylor, Eibner all played phenomenal. They're going to have to keep it up at the second half, though. Potomac State's been pressing all game. Cardinals are going to have to bounce back here, especially with some offensive play.
And that is the big question as we head into this second half. Can the Cardinals' offense, which has struggled to get past midfield here, can they come alive and give us a little bit of a boost? If you remember our first game of the season, it was 0-0 at the half, and in the start of the second half, the Cardinals came out with 2 quick goals. Could we see a repeat performance like we did? Regardless, I just want to say this is the final half of soccer we will have broadcast here on the Cardinals Network this year. We want to thank everybody involved with getting these broadcasts off the ground and running. And a big shout out to Catonsville Cardinals Soccer. Without them, we wouldn't have these broadcasts in the first place. Also want to give a big shout out to the 8 sophomore players who are playing in their final games this season. Of course, there's Taiwo Caleb Akano, the assassin of the midfield, one of the primary defenders and the captain of this Cardinals team. Jason Blanco, fast, speedy, and a great presence out there. Paul Catafalmo, we miss his tough defensive play. We wish him the best in his recovery from his concussion, but when he was out there through the first half of this season, nobody was better. Nakem Chima, fantastic goalie. Saw him play a relief duty here coming into a tough situation when he came in against Northern Virginia after Franklin Duarte was out of the contest, and he played a brilliant contest there. Big shout out to him. Brennan Eibner, always open, always trying to make a play, can attack both on offense and a great defensive presence as well. Sharif Haidera, another midfield assassin for the Cardinals, known for his speed, his dexterity, and his ability to control the ball. Abdul Lom, coming off the bench, he's one of the trickiest players for the Cardinals. Fun fact, he actually scored the first goal for this era of Catonsville last season in the season opener against Howard. And finally, Mike Miranda, the striker, the leading scorer. A fantastic career for the Cardinals is going to wrap up tonight. Let's see if he can get just one last goal. Those are the 8 sophomore players for the Cardinals who were honored today before the game began. All 8 of them excellent contributions to Catonsville. And on the pitch to start the second half, it'll be Hogan, Miranda, Ramirez, Figueroa, Loam, Eibner, Duarte, Guerrero, Akano, and Taylor. That is going to be your final lineup for this season as we begin the second half.
Catonsville will kick off the second half. They'll be moving right to left. Potomac State moving left to right.
Miranda will kick off for Catonsville to begin the second half. Very solid crowd out here tonight, braving the elements. And we're underway. 45 minutes left for the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals season, regular season that is. They do have a playoff date with Frederick awaiting them. Right off the bat, the Cardinals trying to get some offense going here. We forgot to mention during our little halftime presentation that this has been an aggressive game. Both teams have committed multiple fouls. We've seen 1 yellow card. We've seen a couple players go down hurt. Will that continue into the second half? That is the question now. Miranda fighting. Super aggressive here, trying to find an opening. He's trying to get it to Ramirez. Misses the crosser. Goes out of bounds. And possession will stick with Catonsville there. Cardinals try to find an opening here, knocked out of the way by Potomac State. As Eibner fighting hard there with Dadisman. That's the kind of physical, aggressive play we saw in the first half. It's coming back now. And already there was a warning the referee gave to Dadisman, in fact, that he was getting a little too mouthy with Eibner earlier in the game. Cardinals offense, much more aggressive here. Maybe a chance for Bradley Ramirez. Ramirez trying to come in there to break up that play. Instead, it's broken up by Evangelo and knocked back the other way. Figueroa keeping it alive. Nice pass there to Abdul-Loam. Back to Figueroa. Figueroa looking for an open man. Big collision there. That was a hell of a smash. And it's going the other way. Gonzalez trying to break away from Akano. You'll notice some of the Cardinals players have put on undershirts because it is quite cold out there, folks. Akano, one of those. He's got those black sleeves now. Evangelo passes up to Scooby. Scooby trying to get it down to Francis. Francis looking for an opening. Can't seem to find it. He's going to pass out. Evangelo comes up, puts up a cross. And Hogan deflects it. Potomac State keeping possession. Scooby fighting through, trying to find an opening, grabbing onto Hydera there for a second. There's a shot. And it'll be picked up by Duarte. Cardinals try to find an opening here. They get it back to Colton Taylor. Taylor back to Duarte. Duarte out to Figueroa. Figueroa looking for an opening. Blocked. Might have been a handball. No. Looked for a second like Lapid got a hand on it. Scooby with a slide tackle there. Sends it to Gio Guerrero. Guerrero now passing down for Bradley Ramirez. Evangelo with the header to keep it going Potomac State's way. Abdul-Loam fighting for the ball, trying to break it away from Gonzalez. It goes out of bounds. Possession will stay with Potomac State. You may have noticed, folks, Gonzalez is wearing a cast there on his left arm. I think that's the first time this season we've seen a player play with a cast on. As Guerrero trying to keep that alive. As down goes Gonzalez and a foul called on Gio Guerrero. Evangelo tosses in. Sends it up to Lapid. Lapid over to Scooby. Scooby trying to get it to Evangelo. Can he get there in time? No. Went out of bounds. Possession back to the Cardinals. A little too much power there on the pass by Josh Scooby. Duarte sends it up to Eibner. Eibner finds Hogan. Hogan looking for an opening. Slides away, taken by Scooby. Scooby passes down. Little flip up to Francis. Francis, I think he was trying to get back to Scooby or get a pass off. It's going the other way. Ramirez hounding Evangelo there. And just like that, the first 5 minutes of the second half are done. Cardinals getting a little more aggressive there. There's Mike Miranda fighting there, trying to get a nice pass out to Hogan. Hogan had his jersey pulled, but keeps it alive. Now he passes down for Ramirez. Ramirez looking for an opening, trying to set up a play. Shot taken. So close there for Michael Hogan, just missing the edge of the goal. Great pass there by Bradley Ramirez, but the Cardinals getting closer as their offense seems to have woken up. Goal kick's going to be a little short one. Over to Connor Duna. Francis now pushing. Trying to get it up. Figueroa, big collision, stolen away by Abdul-Loam. Taylor, big booming kick. Headed the other way. He's trying to get it to Hydera. Francis steals it away, finds Scooby. Scooby trying to get it down the far side to Dadisman. Broken up there. Trying to find Dadisman again. Now this one is broken up by Loam. Cardinals coming the other way. Miranda fighting for it, but Lapid is able to secure the ball. Lapid, that pass briefly deflected. Trying to find his man. Here's a shot blocked by, guess who? Miguel Figueroa. Oh, but Figueroa, I think he got hit hard there on the thigh. He's clutching it. He looks to be okay. Hogan going the other way. Breaks away from a defender, passes back to Akano. Akano looking for an opening. Passes back to Hogan. Hogan pushing up the far side of the pitch. Hogan slipping past. Hogan passes up. Miranda. Hogan goes down. Miranda puts up a crosser for Guerrero. It's broken up by Potomac State, but kept alive now by Akano. Akano searching, looking for an opening. Breaks away, breaks a man's ankles in the process. Akano keeping it alive. Puts up a cross, trying to get it to Ramirez. It's headed away by Evangelo. Now going the other way is Potomac State, but this Cardinals offense is just, as there's a good hustle there out of Figueroa. This Cardinals offense is showing they're not going down without a fight in this one. We've got about just under 38 minutes to go. Holler. Duna looking for an opening. Gets it down to Gonzalez. Gonzalez slips past, broken up by a Loam. Figueroa fighting for it with Gordon. Crosser blocked by Guerrero. Hydera will pass out to Ramirez. Duna breaks it up. Sends it out of bounds, though. Possession to the Cardinals. Abdul Loam will toss in. Into Ramirez, back to Loam. Loam trying to get away from Gordon. Figueroa passing up to Eibner. Eibner sending it up, trying to get it to Hogan. Good placement. Hogan might have been held there for a second. Goalie way out of net there. There was a chance for the Cardinals, but I think Michael Hogan got his jersey held for a second there. I noticed him stutter for a second. I'm pretty sure Potomac State had a hand in that. Cardinals trying to push it up here. Ramirez to Hydera. Hydera struggling with it with Gonzalez, fighting for the ball. To bring back an old basketball phrase of mine, there's a scrum for the ball there. Now Figueroa will send it up. Broken up by Lapid. Finding Gonzalez, trying to play something. Gonzalez breaks away from Figueroa. Now Gonzalez, shot, blocked by Franklin Duarte, and secured. What a play there from the freshman goalie. And he will send that one quickly back upfield, trying to get it up to Michael Hogan. Little too much power, though, does go out of bounds. Another fantastic save there by Franklin Duarte, the heart of this Cardinals defense. Ball will roll back out of bounds. And that's going to be a corner kick for Potomac State. So now the Catamounts with a real chance here.
Corner kick, Potomac State.
About 35 and a half minutes to go in the second half. Corner on its way. Headed up. Kept alive. Figueroa breaks it up. Can they keep it from going out of bounds? They will. No. Good hustle there by Michael Hogan, but he wasn't able to save it from going out of bounds.
Corner kick, Potomac State.
So far through these first 10 minutes here, we've seen both teams battling it out here. Great to see the Cardinals offense break through and earn some chances. We're going to need that here in the second half.
Potomac State's second straight corner on its way. Deflected by Hogan. Up! That's going to be close! Oh, Duna had a header right there that could have gone in, but it just missed the goal. And the Big Red Wall defense once again comes up with a stop. They have been flawless tonight. Here's Figueroa. Trying to get it up to Abdul Loam. Broken up but kept alive. Akano. Sends it up for Hogan. Hogan. Slips through. No one home there. Going back going back the other way, or it was until Akano does what he does best and disrupts that play. Now Akano stuck at midfield, trying to find an option. He's going to set it down in the vicinity of Miranda. Won't get there in time. Miranda does collide there for a second with Holler. No harm done. And it gets sent the other way. Loam fighting for it. No foul called there, but Gonzalez getting a little too handsy for my liking. He sends it up to Ramirez. Ramirez back to Hydera. Hydera back to Guerrero. Guerrero passing down for Abdul Loam. Loam does a good job of setting up plays from this corner. That one knocked out. That should be a corner for Catonsville, as it was knocked out of bounds there by Evangelo.
Corner kick.
I don't know how there wasn't a foul there for Gonzalez and Loam getting together. But Catonsville with a big scoring chance here. Gio Guerrero will take the corner. Sends it on its way. As a foul called there, and I think I know why. I think Mike Miranda may have gotten tied up with another player there. We saw that in the backfield as the corner was coming down. That foul there on Mike Miranda. I think it was he and Holler who got tied up there, and the ref called it against Miranda. Hydera, tough defense there, breaking up that play with Lapid. Potomac State keeping it alive. Dadisman passing down, trying to find an opening. Dadisman, cross, blocked by Colton Taylor. And going the other way. For a split second, that is. Potomac State still with possession. Still looking for an opening. And that one is broken up by Akano. Sent sky high. Miranda coming up, trying to fight with Duna for it. Catamounts can't seem to figure out this Cardinals defense, but they've had plenty of chances. Lunge there by Akano to break up the play. Gets back to his feet and is trying to cover. Shot taken. Deep shot and too high. .31 minutes to go. We have had no subs so far in this second half, as both teams keeping their starters out there to see what they can do. Duarte will take the goal kick. On its way. Ramirez. Nice play there. Can Miranda beat Duna to it? Duna will send it the other way. It's going to be close, and it goes out of bounds. Cardinals will take over possession here, as we've got about 30.5 minutes to go. Loam tosses in. Francis breaks up that play. Trying to go the other way. Slips between Loam. That was a nutmeg, we call that in the business. Broken up by Hydera. Guerrero now looking for an opening. Puts it up for Eibner. Eibner streaking in the other way. Gets it to Hogan. Hogan trying to pass back to Eibner. Broken up by Holler. Went out of bounds, though. Possession will stay with the Cardinals. Eibner tosses in for Akano. Akano finds Miranda. Miranda fighting to get around Navy jerseys. His pass is blocked. Down goes a Navy jersey and a chance. Ramirez puts that one up. Hogan racing for it. It's going to roll out of bounds eventually. And it will be Cardinals possession. It did stop short there, and Hogan was able to get it, only to have it knocked out by his defender. So the Cardinals inching their way down the field. Little trench warfare here, gaining a little bit of ground each time. And now with the chance. Eibner will toss in. Hesitates, throws. It'll be headed right back to him by his defender. Eibner tied up, but fights hard, keeps possession. Gets it back to Gio Guerrero. Gio Guerrero. Now it goes to Colton Taylor. Taylor back to Figueroa. Figueroa looking for an opening. Cardinals going the opposite direction here, but the momentum still feels like it's going their way. Figueroa finds Miranda. Fights for it. Gets off a shot. Wide of the net, though. That was a tough shot to take for Miranda, but it did have the distance. Under 29 minutes to go. Gonzalez passing up to Donaldo. Donaldo back into Gonzalez. Figueroa comes up and breaks up the play. Looking for an option, looking for an opening. Gonzalez tripped up by Ramirez, no foul called. Although Gonzalez is still down. Dadisman had a chance. That's broken up by Colton Taylor. Gonzalez is still down. Play still going on here. And now they're going to stop the clock just under 28 minutes as Gonzalez is still down on the ground. Was wondering when they would eventually would. They're going to hold our athletic trainer, Abby Miller. Clock still stopped. It's going to be a free kick here for Potomac State, as they're going to say it was a delayed foul, I believe. Yep. Again, folks, I apologize if my voice is a little less enthusiastic tonight. Fighting something. Free kick is on its way. Kept away with a nice header by Colton Taylor. And now here's Bradley Ramirez. Pushing hard. Ramirez puts it up for Mike Miranda. Miranda gets it up for Hogan. Hogan for Hydera. Hydera gets a shot off. He was tripped from behind, though. No call, as it was blocked by Creighton, the keeper. Big blast of momentum there for the Cardinals. They'll come up empty-handed, but Hydera did get tripped up there from behind. There was no call. And there have been a couple of those tonight where they could have gone the other way. And that's just my opinion. Figueroa comes up aggressively there on Gonzalez, trying to break up that play. Cardinals looking for an opening. Haller passing in. Eibner breaks that up, finds Guerrero. Guerrero sends it the other way to Hogan. Hogan finds Hydera, as Hydera stopped short for a second there. He's okay. Here's Scooby. Scooby passing out to Evangelo. Evangelo to Duna, back to Scooby. Scooby looking for an opening. Passing down for Gordon. Gordon puts up the cross. Duarte comes up and makes the save. Another great save for Franklin Duarte and this big red wall defense. 26 minutes to go. Just about 26 minutes to go. Duarte sends that one deep. Evangelo misses it. Fighting for it is Hydera. He'll secure control. Puts it down for Abdul Loam. Loam, Akano. Francis will keep it from going out of bounds, puts it up for Scooby. Scooby. Back the other way. Evangelo. Francis passing it up for Duda. Potomac State played keep away here. They can't seem to find an opening. Now they're going to try here with Donaldo. Donaldo passing over. That one goes out of bounds. Cardinals are going to do something they haven't done all half now. They're going to send in a sub, it looks like. As that goes in the other way. Defense hounding their man there. Eibner hits the turf, but he's okay. And now a chance for Miranda. No, ball goes out of bounds. Possession will go to the Catamounts. Here's Duna. Guerrero coming up trying to disrupt that play. Holler gets it away. Nice play there by Michael Hogan, though. Ball will be tossed in. Was that offsides? No, it was out of bounds. Excuse me, out of bounds. It was offsides. Anthony and I had to discuss that one for a second. Yep, that was offsides. Colton Taylor will take the free kick for the Cardinals. We'll send it back to Duarte. Cardinals have a sub waiting to get in. I think it's Gio Alonso. Deep downfield, trying to get to Abdul Lom. Lom, Ramirez. Broken up by Scooby. Hydera comes in. Going the other way, courtesy of Francis. Francis, little stutter step there, trying to shake off Akano. He has to pass back to Lapid. Lapid to Scooby. Scooby hounded by Hydera, and a foul called there against Mike Miranda. Clock will stop. That's going to be a yellow card. Yellow card on Sharif Hydera. It looks like number 10. I thought that was going to be on Miranda for a second, but they're going to put it instead on Hydera.
Yellow card on Catonsville's number 10, Sharif Hydera.
So with about 24 minutes to go, the free kick on its way. Duarte comes up and makes the stop. Loam looking for an opening. Got to be careful. That just kept in bounds. Duna finds Scooby. Scooby up to Lapid. Hogan streaking in there, trying to break up that play. Potomac State taking it the other way, though. Momentum starting to roll back to their side, as after that little spurt we saw from the Cardinals, their offense hasn't been able to get it past midfield. Too much power on the pass there for Potomac State. Will go out of bounds. Cardinals will retake possession. And it looks like they're going to send Gio Alonso in for the Cardinals, as he will replace Sharif Hydera. .23 minutes left. Too much power there from Dadisman. Out of bounds. Possession to the Cardinals. Eibner will toss in. Akano. Nice pass, trying to get it to Guerrero. Scooby will intercept. Flips it out to Evangelo. Evangelo finds Francis. Francis trying to get it up to Scooby. Skirts around Miranda. Sitted it over for Holler. Holler. Donaldo. Back to Holler. Now back to Donaldo. Keeping the options open here. Scooby. Deep pass out to Evangelo. Evangelo couldn't keep it from going out of bounds there as he was trying to skirt on the line. And it'll be a goal kick for the Cardinals. Sub coming in for Potomac State. It's number 2, Andres Garcia. Thank you to Anthony. Well, Anthony, just about 21 and a half minutes left. What do you think? What do the Cardinals got to do to break through here?
We got to see the Cardinals get some counter-attacking play going here. Potomac State sending their entire team basically up across the half here to get in Catonsville. Some pressure here, so Catonsville can easily counter-attack here and get some chances going, get some momentum back their way.
Well said, and back the other way it comes now. Alonso passing up for Hogan. Hogan using his speed, keeps it from going out of bounds. Trying to set something up. Hogan moving to midfield, gets it to Ramirez, and Hogan will keep it alive. And Miranda collides with the goalie, and he goes down. Offsides was called anyway. As Miranda is down, he collided hard with Creighton, and that'll stop the clock. That'll stop the clock with about 20.5 minutes to go as Miranda hit hard there with Creighton. Was a chance for the Cardinals. Oh, so close. Back the other way it goes. Offense pressing hard here. Scooby trying to get around get around Miranda. Scooby putting a pass up for Donaldo. Donaldo connects with Lapid. Now here's Duna. Pursued by Ramirez. Going the other way. Might be intercepted. It is by Loam. And now they get it over to Andres Garcia, but good defense by the Cardinals is going to break that up. Loam tripped up and a foul called. That foul against Garcia, I believe. As the ref just had to remind them there, he already blew that play dead. Figueroa will take the free kick for the Cardinals with about 19 minutes to go. On its way deep, broken up by Duna. Duna finds Taylor. Taylor breaking away from his attackers. Here's Colton Taylor pushing upfield. Sitting it down. Good ball placement for Michael Hogan. And a chance for the Cardinals. Hogan breaks away. Puts up a cross trying to get it to Guerrero. And it's taken away by Francis. Here's Scooby now, coming the other way. Scooby. Loam breaks up that play. And Dadisman limping there as he got cleated on the side of the knee. Sub coming in for the Cardinals. Let's see who they're going to put in. That's going to be number 4, Michael Douglas, who enters the game for the Cardinals. He replaces Abdul Loam. First time we've seen him today. Deep pass. Duarte will come up and make the stop. Duarte sends it the other way. Under 18 minutes to go. Miranda chasing hard. Faller passes it back the other way. Akano is there to recover. Passing up for Hogan. Hogan, good placement for Alonso. Alonso, can he get a cross off? Alonso trying to fight to get around Haller, but that man is a giant in comparison. Ball broken up there, but kept alive by Hogan. Hogan passes back to Akano. Akano up to Alonso. Alonso looking for an opening, Finds Akano. Akano slips back to Hogan. Hogan over to Figueroa. Figueroa. Nice pass up for Guerrero. Gio Guerrero. Nice fake there. Got a good reaction for the crowd. And Gio's has it taken away by Evangelo. Dadisman will send it the other way. Figueroa trying to break it up from Garcia. Taylor passes back to Figueroa. Breaks away. Miguel Figueroa has been a presence tonight. That pass attempt there blocked. Dadisman almost threw an elbow there for a second. Guerrero wanted a foul. He didn't get it. Here's Colton Taylor. Taylor sends that up, broken away. And a chance now. Lapid shot blocked by Taylor. Another chance here. There's a collision. Couple guys go down. No call, says the ref. Boy, he's getting really chippy here with 16 and a half minutes to go. That pass put up. Duarte's going to come up and try and make the save. He will. Guerrero is down. Clock is going to stop as Gio Guerrero went down hard there. They're going to hold the athletic director. Guerrero back to his feet. Tough physical game here with 16 minutes to go. Back underway we go. Goal kick coming up. Duarte sends it sky high. Picked up by Ramirez. Back for Figueroa, taken away by Dadisman. Now Dadisman fighting with Figueroa there. Figueroa stumbling. Dadisman stumbles. He goes down. Ball out of bounds. Goal kick coming up for the Cardinals. Dadisman still on the ground. So is Figueroa. Figueroa seeming to be in some pain here. And he's back on his feet too. Physical soccer at its finest, folks. Michael Douglas also appears to be down. Oh, false alarm. He's tying his shoe. Looked over, saw Michael Douglas down on one knee, thought, oh no, not another player is down. He was just tying his cleat, ladies and gentlemen. No harm there. 15 minutes to go. Scooby intercepts that goal kick. Puts it up for Lapid. Akano fighting hard to break it up. Will do just that. He's gonna force Potomac State to reset. Potomac State trying to find an opening. They get it down to Evangelo. It's broken up by Guerrero. Will roll out of bounds, possession to the Cardinals. The intensity rising here as both of these teams have gotten very physical with one another. Evangelo will toss into Scooby. Misses it. Miranda will pick it up. Miranda passing down to Douglas. Douglas stops short, now passes up to Guerrero. Guerrero, Ramirez, Douglas to Miranda. Good sequence of passes there. And Miranda sends that out of bounds. I think it may have been partially deflected, but they'll say it was off of him. Evangelo tosses in to Duna. Going the other way. I'll give it to Creighton, the keeper here. Hogan streaking in there, trying to press the defense. "13 and a half minutes. Douglas, good play, takes it away. Finds Ramirez. Ramirez. Bouncing off of number 14, Corbin McAllister. And it's going the other way. Good fight there from Eibner to break it up. Nice slide tackle. McAllister now. Makes a shot, covered hard by Akano. Evangelo will send it up. That one deflects off of Eibner's face. And it's going the other way. 13 minutes, under 13 minutes to go. Quick little stoppage there. I think they were trying to put some subs in. And now here comes Potomac State. Eibner knocks that one out of bounds. Tossed in. Shot taken. Sails out of bounds. 12 minutes left in the regular season. As in comes some more subs. They're going to put Abdul Loam back into the game, and they're going to put Sharif Haidara back into the game. Ramirez and Miranda will pull out. So Miranda and Ramirez are going to get a breather here as the Cardinals will send in fellow sophomores Abdulom and Sharif Hydera. Coming the other way. Taylor fighting hard with Dadisman for the ball. And he will win that battle. Puts it up for Hogan, but it gets headed out of bounds.
Look at them. They tried to cook up. The people in the bench. Let them join. They're cooking up.
11 minutes to go.
Oh my God, bro. No.
Maybe a run here for Alonso. He's got one man to beat. Puts up a cross and a chance for Loam. He gets knocked down. Was there a penalty? No. It's about the third or fourth time we've seen a player get hit from behind and no call made by the refs here. That one would have set up a penalty kick there. Here's Loam pressing hard there on Evangelo. Akano. It's tripped up, stays on his feet. Did take a little tumble, though. Quick pass, nice header by Douglas, trying to keep it alive now is Loam. Loam places it for Akano. Akano placing it up for Hogan. He hits the turf, he keeps alive. Hogan flipped that up, and they're going to call a foul. That was a handball, I believe. Or a push, okay. Thank you, Anthony. Give me the right call there. Foul on Potomac State, deep in Cardinal territory. Well, I'll tell you one thing. There's a fair number of players on both teams who are going to need ice baths after this one with how aggressively they've been playing each other. Figueroa will take the free kick. He's got plenty of options up there. And sends it on its way. Just misses the goal there. 9.5 minutes left. 9.5 minutes left in this 2023-2024 season. Oh, what a chance there for Hogan. Came screaming in there to try and intercept that pass and sends it sailing over the goal. Clock stopped now with about 9 minutes to go. Cardinals starting to get very aggressive here. Hydera tips that one. Gonzalez will send it up, trying to find Donaldo. Donaldo passes out to Garcia. Out of bounds, possession back to the Catamounts. Going the other way now. Alonso. Looking for an opening. He's got Douglas. He's got Hogan. He's got options. He'll send it up for Hogan. Hogan, big collision and a foul. Oh, no. Hogan just got hurt there. If you missed that, folks, I think that was number 1, Scooby. Scooby came up while Hogan was down and kicked him, and I think he got hit in the head. So Scooby with a slide tackle, and as Hogan went down, Scooby turned around there and fired that ball right into the side of Hogan's head. Ball stopped with 8 minutes, 23 seconds to go. Hogan's going to walk off there. Let's see what the call is. Referee's walking up. Yellow card on Scooby. And it should be more. Cardinals will send Daniel Ajay in.
Jacob Scooby.
Brennan Eibner will take the free kick for the Cardinals. On its way. Chance. Blocked away but kept alive. Douglas with a shot. Sails over the net. Big collision there. Great play by Michael Douglas to break up that play. Gets it to Figueroa. Figueroa trying to find Douglas. Scooby sends it the other way. Now Figueroa sends it up. Under 8 minutes to go. Potomac State looking for options. Eibner breaks that play up. Puts it up for Adjai. Adjai fighting to get around his man. Foul called. And it's a foul against Donaldo, number 13. 7.5 minutes to go. Taylor will take the free kick. Taylor will send it down. Scooby with the header. Gets it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez trying to place it up for Dadisman. And Figueroa has to kick it out of bounds. That's going to put it deep in Cardinal territory with 7 minutes left. Popped in, quick passes. McAllister looking for an opening. Back to Evangelo. Evangelo puts up a cross. Just missed there after a head attempt by Lapid, and Potomac State wants a penalty. It'll be a corner kick instead. But you heard an uproar there from the Potomac State bench. 6.5 minutes to go.
Potomac State.
Make that about 6 minutes. Corner on its way. Headed out of there by Taylor. And now the Cardinals trying to find an opening. Douglas has to drop back, but they keep going. Here's Abdul Loam. Loam with the breakaway. He's got options. He'll try and get a crosser up. He gets it to Akano. Akano gets it up to Adjai. Offsides called. It was offsides called. Adjai did score, but it was offsides. That was borderline, as a yellow card is now administered. On who? They're going to stop the clock. Clock stops with about 5.5 minutes to go. Who's the yellow card on? It looks like they're going to give it to Adjai for shooting after the whistle. You might have to explain that one for me, Anthony. I've never seen that call before.
Yeah, it's just a referee etiquette kind of thing. As soon as the whistle blows, it should be a dead ball. Adjai kicked it there afterwards. Kind of a bang play though. I can't blame Adjai for following through with that.
Closest the Cardinals have come to scoring this half. Clock starts again, 5.5 minutes to go. What has been a thrilling defensive game. Both teams with plenty of chances. Alonso fighting for it, trying to find an opening. Alonso looking for options, snaking his way past defenders, places that one up for Adjai. Scooby breaks it up. Eibner, good deflection, sends it the other way briefly. Picked back up by McAllister. He goes down. That was Gonzalez. Gonzalez seems to be in some pain. Quick foul was called. I think he landed on that arm that was in a cast. Potomac State taking their time setting up this free kick. Haller sends it up to Lapid. Lapid, deep pass, and a chance. Taylor may have gotten a boot on it to keep it away. Good play by the defense. Eibner will just kick it out of bounds. Sends it right back to the Potomac State coach. Under 5 minutes to go. 4.5 to be precise. Can the Big Red Wall make one more stop this season? Scooby with a slide tackle there. And Hydera hit the dirt. No call. Abner will throw in to Taylor. Taylor, big booming kick, trying to place it for Alonso. Got 2 men around him to cover. Alonso looking for an opening. Trying to get it to Ramirez, who's checked into the game. Ricocheted back. Cardinals will keep it alive. Good pass by Hydera to Guerrero. Guerrero, shot! And Creighton makes the save. 3.5 minutes left. Cardinals trying to find an opening here. Foul called quick there. That one on Lappin, I believe. As that Jai hit the turf. Taylor will take the free kick. I know we've mentioned his name plenty of times, but I have to give him his praises. Colton Taylor has had a great game as he sends that one up. Ramirez trying to place the ball. Picked up by Scooby. Going the other way now. Like I was saying, Colton Taylor's had a great game both defensively and also setting up some plays for the Cardinals. Very excellent freshman. We hope to see him back next year. Abdulom will send that one out of bounds. Inbounded to Scooby. Passing up. 3 minutes left. Ball roll out of bounds. Possession to the Cardinals. Trying to get it to Gio Guerrero. Back out of bounds. Possession to Potomac State. They'll quickly toss in here. Gonzalez fighting to get around white shirts. Got a chance. Puts up a cross. And it stays in bounds somehow before finally going out of bounds. Jai just had to kind of knock it out there. Don't think he really had another choice. Surrounded by Navy shirts with 2 minutes to go. Can the Cardinals hang on here to draw with Potomac State? Deflected out of bounds. That's going the other way. The defense has played near flawlessly tonight, as they have most of this season. Figueroa puts that one up. Taylor got to be careful. Duarte comes up and makes the save. Now Duarte, he wants this team to move. He just motioned. Let's go, let's go. He gets it down for Alonso. Alonso fighting, trying to break for it. He's got Ramirez if he needs help. He'll get that help from Ramirez. Bradley Ramirez has it taken away by Holler. Ramirez, I think he got hit. There is a foul called, and it's going to be against the Cardinals. Ramirez stopped for a second to adjust his face mask. I thought he may have gotten hit there. Now it's going the other way. With 1 minute to go, will this end in a tie, or is somebody going to break through in the final minutes? Great defensive play there by Akano. Gets it up for Hydera. Hydera trying to get a breakaway going. Passes it deep. Keeper's going to come up and send it the other way. Guerrero keeps it alive. Holler sends it the other way. Excuse me, McAllister sends it the other way. Jai fighting hard. They managed to find Dadisman. Dadisman puts up a shot. What a save by Franklin Duarte. A great save by Franklin Duarte with about 30 seconds left. That might have sealed the game. As long as there isn't another chance, Duarte will send it deep. I think they're going to try one last chance. Hydera keeping it alive. 20 seconds left. Hydera goes down. There is a foul. They've got to hurry. They've got to hurry. They don't have time. 10 seconds. They've got to get a shot off. They've got to go. 5 seconds left. Can they get off the shot? It's knocked away, and that's going to do it. That will do it. 0-0. A brilliant defensive game ends in a scoreless tie.
Ladies and gentlemen,
What a game to close out this regular season. Oh, my goodness.
final score, Potomac State 0 and Catonsville 0. Ladies and gentlemen, please give one more round of applause to our sophomores who played their final regular season game this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for your season-long support of men's soccer here at Catonsville. We hope to see you soon at a future Catonsville event. For now, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you very much for coming. We remind you to buckle up before you leave the campus. We wish you a pleasant good evening and a safe drive home.
Well, Anthony, the great season of soccer is going to come to an end here tonight. A fantastic defensive performance for the Cardinals with their big red wall defense living up to its name, holding Potomac State scoreless. If you love defensive soccer, that was the game for you.
Yeah, what a great game. Great battle here we got to see here in the last game of the regular season for the Cardinals. Super proud of this team. They have a lot to be proud of as well as they look to play in the playoffs now. That's what they're focused on, but great season.
And that playoff game for the Cardinals will be against Frederick on Saturday on the road. The 6th-seeded Cardinals, 1 year after a tough rebuilding season, they're back in the playoffs. They will face off against Frederick Community College on Saturday at Frederick. The start time is expected to be around noon. Any updates can be found on the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals website. In the meantime, for the final time this season on the soccer side of things, this is the big man on the mic, Isaac Donsky, signing off. Thank you, as always, to Anthony Vaca for joining us for this game today. And if you want more Catonsville sports content, don't worry. Basketball season is literally right around the corner with the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals alumni game taking place this Friday. We will have that game for you live here on the Cardinals Network. But now, for all of us here at CCBC Catonsville, this is Isaac Donsky signing off as the Cardinals regular season, a brilliant season that saw them triple their win total from last year and develop their young players into young superstars, will come to an end here today, the regular season. The playoffs are next on the horizon for the Cardinals. Have a good night, everybody. We will see you next season.